Jide Jadesimi, who's an executive director at Lador, telling me that it's an exciting times building the Egina FPSO. Most of it here in Nigeria using local technology, investors and enterprises of the Nigerian people and economy to get in the big business of the oil and gas industry. Local content discussion. Jide, good morning. Thanks for coming.
Good morning. Thank you.
It's good to have you here. And I'm going to start with the news about the Egina FPSO project. Bring us up to speed. I was at the Snake Island about a month or two ago, and yes, I saw a bit of the overlay of the FPSO. So you folks are involved at Lador in this very major oil and gas, local content part of it, in the oil and gas business. Where's the state of this FPSO right now?
Okay, so Lador's role is very central and key to what's going on with the Egina project at the moment. So our fabrication and integration facility is the only one of its kind in the West African region in terms of the infrastructure that we have, the cranes with our lifting capacity, and the key that we have to do the integration piece. Now, the items that you mentioned from NigerDoc are part of the FPSO that otherwise would have been done outside of the country in South Korea. But because we have the Lador facility with this specialized integration key, it was done in NigerDoc and it's been barged to our facility, and they're currently awaiting the arrival of the FPSO, which will be in September this year.
Essentially, what is what we will say FPSO? What is it really? In terms of the layman's language, so the folk on the street, what does it really mean?
Okay, so starting from the beginning, FPSO is floating storage, production and offloading. So it's an extremely large vessel that sits above the oil asset. So it's a
vessel.
It's a vessel. It's 370 meters long, 70 meters wide. You know, the scale of the beast is humongous. If we can imagine for our viewers at home the Eiffel Tower put on its side and then moored at Lador. Exactly. Then that is the size and scale of what we're talking about. So in terms of the operational details, it can store 2 million barrels of crude oil, and it can process 250,000.
2 million barrels?
Yes, storage capacity.
That's almost the entire Nigeria's oil production. Well, in one single vessel.
Well, there we go. Exactly. So we need more of them as we increase our production. You know, so it is one of the biggest FPSOs in the world. And the role that we are playing in domesticating a lot of this fabrication work that, because of Lador, is done in other yards throughout Nigeria, Avion, for example, Dorman Long, you know, we've been able to do a lot more. Over 10,000 tons of fabrication has been done in country, which is the most exciting part for us in terms of, you know, our local capacity development.
Local content by Nigerian people, and I saw hundreds and hundreds at the NigerDoc when I was there, building part of those things. And I was amazing that you have Nigerians, technicians and engineers who are capable of fabricating a very delicate vessel, ocean-going vessel, part of it to put crude oil for export.
Exactly, absolutely. You know, and this capacity development and upskilling is something that Lador has been championing very, very strongly. So for this specific project, we've actually upskilled over 350 Nigerian welders. So what you'll see if you come to our facility, you know, any time, and you're invited to come and have a look.
I was there a couple of years ago. I need to go back there.
Please.
I was there about 4 or 5 years ago. Things must have changed.
We've been a few small changes, you know. So what's really fantastic is that the amount of Nigerians who have come from all over Nigeria, and these are skilled welders who have been
welders. So you gotta have a welder in my neighborhood. You better go to Lador.
Absolutely.
It could be building ships.
Absolutely, yeah, okay. Absolutely, for sure. So, so this upskilling academy that we're building is actually based on that foundation that we've had. So it'll actually be opening in Q4 this year, and we'll be training 250 students in our first cohort. So we're focused on welding, NDT, HSE training. And this will be as a result of working alongside the public and the private sector. So we're in close consultation with NCDMB, and they're very supportive of our project.
That's the Nigerian Content Development and Management Board?
Absolutely, as well as the major oil companies and a lot of the Nigerian oil companies as well, who are interested in getting Nigerians trained and able to work on their projects.
So you're setting up an academy?
Yes, absolutely.
To bring in thousands of technicians?
Yes.
Steel workers?
Exactly.
to train at the academy and employ them and put them to work.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's the key part of it. It's not training for the sake of training. It's training to actually give all the graduates, whether it's coming new recruits doing long-term residential training, or professionals who want upskilling or recertification, it's giving them the world-class certifications that will make them able to work in the Gulf of Guinea or in Asia or in North Sea. Wherever the work is, we will be training Nigerians to actually, meet those challenges.
Very interesting about the role that local investors such as Ladol is playing. So I'm going to ask you for some specifics. How much in dollars have you put into that facility that I saw a few years ago?
Yeah.
But how much is it worth?
So the total investment to date is $500 million. And the value of the facility is $600 million. Now, if you look at the fabrication and integration yard we were just discussing, that alone is a $300 million investment into a one-of-a-kind facility in West Africa.
I'm doing the math. I'm getting something close, something above, north of 1.something billion US dollars. You think this is really worth it in an economy such as ours?
Absolutely, and the business model that Ladol has is based around actually cost savings for the industry. So if you look at our logistics business, we've actually saved our clients over 50% on their current logistics costs. So in the environment that we are in, where oil is floating around that $50 a barrel, it's a very, very attractive proposition. And we're getting, strong interest, and this is how we continue to grow through these tough times.
And with the FX Naira devaluation, or what you call it, that's another good business for Nigeria, keeping the money here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so important to domesticate the skills and the capacity building. So it's not just about infrastructure, but it's also about human capital development. And that is what will result in, keeping more money in country and getting that foreign investment in, which is so critical.